Hey guys, what's up? My name is Vanessa. I talk all about higher consciousness living and how you can't be healthy without healing mind, body, and spirit. Today, we are getting into the Taurus April health and healing reading. I already went ahead and meditated on today's messages. I already pulled the cards for each category that we're going to be going over today. So if you have Taurus placements anywhere on your chart, then this reading is certainly for you. Sorry, this wind is like really going crazy right now. Like, it was not this windy a little bit ago when I did the Aries reading. And now there's like a whole bunch of wind, and it's just not it. So if you hear a lot of wind in the background, I'm really sorry. I wasn't expecting it to be this windy right now. Right? Like, usually you would expect this earlier in the day, not middle of the day. Anyway, if you are interested in booking a personal health and healing reading, you can absolutely do that by going to the Celestial Soul website, and there is a booking option there, and you can book a personal general reading with me or a health and healing reading. If you're not familiar with what a health and healing reading is, basically what it is what we're covering is how to bring alignment to the interconnection of mind, body, and spirit. So what is it that you need to do to bring harmony and balance into your everyday life practices, habits, rituals, all the things to function in alignment, so you can master manifest, so you can draw things in, properly release things that no longer serve you, have healthy relationships, healthy connections, healthy dynamics, all the things. We are going over the 5 categories that make up our overall health and well-being. Those include diet, sleep, movement, mindset, and meditation. So I already, like I said, I pulled the cards already. We have some notes here ready to go. If it's noisy, I'm sorry. Okay, so Taurus, starting off. How you feeling? I'm a Taurus moon, so this is my reading. We'll see how it resonates. Starting off with diet. What do we need to know to bring harmony and balance into our diet? So we have immune system. We have the moon. We have innocence. We have death is the healing. Love that. We have joy. And we also have light beings. So we got a lot of cards for this. So I'm going to say right now, with this immune system card, you may be getting sick more often. You may be having a cold and such things. However, I do feel like I feel like this could be allergies. Like, there could be some of you that have like really bad allergies, and so what I recommend for that is eating like a spoonful of local honey every day, going to your local farmer's market, getting you some local honey that can really help with the symptoms, because it helps you naturally become immune to the pollen and such things by consuming local honey. Okay, there's this light that's just like going through right here, and I just like need it to not. I also, in my notes, I put excessive mucus. Now, Taurus are our zodiac sign. Taurus rules the throat, so we're naturally gonna have a little bit more issues with our throat, with whether it's thyroid, mucus, tonsils, things of that nature. We're gonna be having more of an inclination to have problems with those things, just because of our placement. So if you're somebody who has excess mucus, I really recommend sea moss. That is what came to me in my meditation. Getting into some sea moss, adding it to your food, adding it to your smoothies and drinks and such things, can really help you to remove the mucus out of your body, okay? So yes, getting into that, doing things for yourself that boost your immunity, getting back onto your vitamins and supplements, we're getting into the spring. We are in the spring season. So, like I said, I'm feeling like heavy on the allergies. So just really making sure you're doing what you need to do to be on top of that, okay? Maybe looking up herbs that can help you with your allergy symptoms, okay? So like my boyfriend, he's having really bad allergies, and I made him a special tea. What did I put in it? I did peppermint. I made my own herbal blend for him. It was like peppermint. It was, I think, dandelion leaf and chamomile. And I did all three of those and put them together to help with his symptoms. So maybe doing something of that nature could be really beneficial for you as well. Let me see. I also wrote poor memory, so eating brain food, okay? Eating foods that are really good for cognitive brain function. Lion's mane is really, really good for this. Omega-3s, making sure you're taking your omega-3 supplements, okay? Or eating like salmon, grass-fed, I think you can get it through like grass-fed beef, I want to say? No, or is it grass-fed butter? I think it might be grass-fed butter, actually. Ghee is another way to do it. What else? Or you can get, if you're a vegan like me, you can get it through algae. Algae supplements for the omega-3. Just look it all up. You'll find it, okay? But you need to get into some omega-3s. You just need brain food. This is what's really going to help with your memory, okay? And listen, we're too young to be feeling this old, okay? So I'm going to need you to get on it. Now with the moon card, this relates to emotions and sensitivity. And I mean, it always just shows up for us. Like, we're emotional eaters. We're Tauruses. We're the foodies of the zodiac. We just love to eat, okay? Like, what can I say? I just love to freaking eat. And so really just monitoring what you're eating when you're eating it, okay? So like a lot of the time you be eating just to eat because you're bored, or because you're sad, or because you're stressed out, or you had a long day at work, and so you're just gonna treat yourself to all these things. Next thing you know, you done treated yourself 16 days in a row and hella bloated and backed up. How is that benefiting you? It's not. So, I would really be mindful of not emotional eating, okay? I know we have a tendency to do this, but I really, really need you to be careful, because indulgence is never a good thing. Next, we got innocence. You know, a word that came to my mind right now was naive. Like, bitch, don't act naive. You know what you're supposed to be doing right now, okay? Death is the healing. A lot of Tauruses have really unhealthy relationships with food. Very dependent upon food, okay? And I feel like you need to figure out why that is. Why is it that you constantly want to turn to food when you're stressed out, or you constantly overeat, or you know you're full but you still be scraping your damn plate anyway to where there's no crumbs left behind? Why are you like this? Okay? Now for me, one thing I'm aware of is, like, growing up, I kind of ended up having an unhealthy relationship with food, because like I was full, but if I didn't finish the food on my plate, I was gonna get in trouble, and my dad would tell me I was wasting food, and he would make me eat more. It was really from a place of scarcity and lack, and I realized this creates unhealthy relationships with food instead of learning to trust your body on when you're full and not stuffing yourself. So if you're like me and you got into, you're taught to finish all the food on your plate regardless of how you feel because you don't want to waste it. Now that you're aware of this, it's not about blaming your parents for it. It's about, now I'm in awareness. I'm an adult now. How can I take accountability and shift this for myself? How can I create these new dynamics and relationships with food so I'm not constantly in this mode of self-sabotage? Because that's really what it is. It's a form of self-sabotage. So really reflecting upon your childhood and how you created these relationships with food in general in the first place. Like, what did your parents do? What were you exposed to? What kind of eating habits were you exposed to as a kid? How does that reflect in your daily life now? Stop being naive. Stop blaming other people for the reason why you eat the way that you do. You're an adult now. You can take full responsibility for what you continue and choose to still put in your mouth and how much of it you put into your mouth. So it's like, break the cycle, break the dynamic, end this cycle that is no longer useful for you. I mean, it's honestly never been useful for you. It's causing more harm. Once you X this out, a lot of healing can take place. A lot of self-confidence, a lot of just discipline, a lot of things come from those, experiencing those things. You're like, wow, I'm really proud of myself. I feel good about myself. I don't feel stuffed. I don't feel like I got brain fog. Like, there's just so many benefits that come from like having a healthy relationship with food, and I would really just work on that. Okay, then with the joy card, really eating for happiness, not eating because you're fucking sad, okay? Or I just feel like just having a healthy relationship with food in general is going to really help with this optimal amount of joy that you long for and that you're craving and wanting, okay? Now, this light beings card. This is so weird that I got this from this card, but I just looked at this card and I thought of ancestral. I thought lineage. I thought your habits, your children are going to replicate. Like, if you have kids or you don't have kids, but you want them, your everyday habits in life, your kids watch that. They're sponges. They look at everything that you do. If you have a healthy relationship with food, what are you teaching them? You know, and especially if you're a woman watching this, like, women are the healers of the family. We're the nurturers of the family. We're the one who needs to make sure that everybody is taken care of. Everybody's good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's on their P's and Q's. That is our responsibility. We are the healers of our families and community. And if you're not even taking care and healing yourself, you're certainly not doing it for your family. Couldn't you agree? Because you lead by example. You can try and teach your kids all the things, but if you're not practicing it yourself, then it's just going to go through one ear and out the other. It's full of shit. Just something to think about. Okay. Now moving on to sleep. We got Peni, instigation in reverse, snake medicine in reverse, wellness, you are the universe. So actually, when I was meditating on your cards and your message, I actually put deep sleep, body feels very heavy. And pay attention to dreams is what I wrote. Okay. I'm I'm just trying to put this message together. I need some clarifying cards. Hold on. I got it stand still. I really hate that this light is like in the middle of me, but what can you do, right? Like, I'm not about to do this whole thing right now. Please clarify penis for me, please. That sounds so weird when I say that out loud. Bitch. What man got you all shook up? That's really what this is. It's really a masculine energy here, okay? If you're a man and watching this, this could very much be a woman who is in her masculine, okay? So it is not gender specific. It is just energy specific, okay? So somebody very in their masculine, okay? A masculine energy here. They got you a little, they got the sorrow card, okay? This has got you feeling a little defeated almost, okay? Okay, there might be some of you who are in a really unhealthy relationship. This just feels super toxic. It feels like, and maybe it's just not even toxic. Maybe it just feels very stagnant. Like your relationship is just not going anywhere. Like your relationship feels so freaking stagnant. Like there's no movement, there's no shifting. It feels like maybe you're growing, but the other person isn't, or the other person's growing and you're at a standstill. And it's just like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like harmony to me. It feels very out of balance. And with this instigation card, you know what? I want to read the description of that card. This archetype is one who creates waves, takes risks, and projects confidence. His energy is harnessed through passion and motivation and is especially important in the pursuit of a vision. However, this hunger for the next adventure can mean failing to enjoy the present moment. So it means action, adventure, enthusiasm, thrill-seeking, commitment, and charisma. But the problem with this is you got it in reverse. So it feels like you may be the stagnant one. Seems like there is something that you're fearful of that is holding you back. It could be a breakup. You're fearful for a breakup, and so you're just at a standstill. Maybe you're fearful of a job change or the next chapter. Or it's like something needs to end here. And with the snake medicine card, it's like it's kind of like the elephant in the room. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's this like thing that's just like eating at everybody, or you. I don't know why I said everybody, but maybe if that resonates for you. If it's eating at you, but it's like it's in reverse. So it's like I feel like you're just not addressing it. You're just pretending like it's not there, like it's not bothering you, and it is. The problem with Taurus is that you guys, we struggle, okay? We struggle to speak our truth. We struggle to really say what it is that we're feeling and what is on our mind. And really what is needed right now is this wellness, is taking care of ourselves. Are we speaking our truth? Are we being honest about where we are at in our life right now? And the reason why this has to do with sleep is because, like, if you notice, like, she literally sleep in this picture here. It's like she's struggling. Like, she's in a state of fear. It's like you may feel like you just want to sleep all day just to avoid this thing that you're dealing with. It's like you're running. You're really, what this is you're running from something. Maybe you're running from a heartache. Maybe you're running from having to deal with something. Maybe you're running from pain, anguish, sorrow. You're running from something, and and this sleep has become a distraction. But I also feel like this pain that you're kind of suppressing is also not helping with your energy. Like, I feel like the energy is very heavy. It's very off. So this may not even be related to, like, a relationship. This is just something in general. And I feel like whatever it is that you're dealing with, a personal situation it could be, really it's kind of eating away at your energy to where now all you want to do is sleep. Okay, now we're starting to find a way. Okay, you're getting to a point where you can finally. You're all you want to do is sleep now because your energy is depleted. You have nothing else to give. Just overthinking this whole situation, this toxic cycle maybe, or this suppressed pain, it makes you feel drained and depleted. And really right now what you need to get into is some wellness. Okay, so we'll talk more about this under the meditation category, but I think right now is the time for you to really get grounded and centered. And a great way to do that is by honoring your truth and being honest about where you're at in this moment. Maybe getting into some prayer before bed, doing a meditation, like a sleep hypnosis before bed, something that kind of helps clear and dispel the energy before you even fall asleep at night. Okay, with the You Are the Universe card, knowing that there's options. You know, you have options. There's always a different route. There's always something to do, a different perspective to look at things from. And I think right now you may just feel a little depleted in this moment, but just understanding and trusting in your power. Like, you have the ability to shift any type of dynamic or situation that you're in, regardless of how negative or positive it is. So you have the ability to shift yourself out of it or shift the way that it is going, all depending on your actions and your mindset and the whole thing. Okay, so it really just depends what that personal situation is for you, but that's something to be mindful of. Okay, now going into movement, we have movement and body. We have thyroid. Didn't I talk about thyroid? Didn't I talk about it? We got energy in reverse. What did I just say? Ain't good. And I will tell you, really, my foot for me my foot being like this is really depleting my energy. Like, I can't stand as long as I usually do. I just want to sleep. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm barely getting into the second health and healing reading and I feel drained. Like, I really do. And, like, I'm not trying to rush through this, but I'm also just like I was trying to come out here and do 3 readings today, but it looks like I'm only going to be able to do 2 because I don't want to do anything half-assed and I don't want to do anything where I'm, like, feeling drained and depleted. Like, I want to feel energized doing these readings for you guys, but it's like doing my foot and I haven't been able to work out and it just sucks. And it's kind of like, you know, I have been extremely optimistic about this situation. Don't get me wrong. I've been very optimistic, but, you know, sometimes I have moments where I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just tired of my freaking foot being like this. Like, I want to be regular, active Vanessa. Like, I'm somebody who likes to, like, dance and prance around, and, like, I can't do that. You know what I mean? So there's a part of me that feels a little sad because I feel like I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like myself right now.
And so this is kind of like the thing that's kind of depleting my energy, because it's like, well, if I can't act like myself, well, then I just kind of want to sleep. See? Breakthroughs. We're having a breakthrough right now. Okay? Imagining more for body and movement. Okay? And whispers. Alright? So, for this thyroid gland, okay, this reiterates my mucus card. If you have the excess, like for me, like if you notice, I keep going like this. But I know it's because I'm outside right now, and just, all the pollen is pollinating right now, okay? And so like my throat feels a little scratchy, a little itchy. It's another reason why I'm like, oh my god, I gotta like stop talking outside. Like I'm gonna still sit out here and like read a book, but I just like stop talking, because this is not me. This is not helping. I just feel very, maybe it's even more amplified because I'm doing this reading, and didn't I say something about allergies too? See, this is what I'm saying. The reading just has a way of, it just really, where everything just happens. Because the Aries reading, their theme was scatterbrained, and let me tell you, that whole reading I was freaking scatterbrained. I was just like, I couldn't get my thoughts together. I was trying so hard. I tried so hard in that video. But it's like the energy of the sign really rubs off on me, on like what everybody's kind of feeling. And so the mucus, okay, so like I said, the sea moss can really help this. Then we also have energy, depleted energy, okay, moving, our body is feeling very weak, not energized. So honestly, you know what I say in this? Like, honor the rest. Like, honor the rest. If your body feels like it needs rest, honor it. I feel like you're sleeping really heavy, but it's almost kind of like nice. Like, I know, actually, when I was meditating on this, when that came to my mind, I thought about myself afterwards, and I was like, damn, like, actually, like, I really feel this. Like, I feel like like, I've been getting really deep sleeps, and, like, I feel heavy. Like, my body just feels like, ugh. But it's because I just feel so tired and depleted, and just even every day, like, I don't have energy like I usually do, and a lot of it is because of my foot. And so kind of just honoring that and taking time that we feel we need in this moment to actually rest, and giving ourselves that, because I think we're just like doing a little bit too much. We're constantly trying to do way too much. Actually, you know what? I even wrote on here, I forgot, I just even wrote this on my notes. The last thing I wrote was, want to relax, don't know how. So it's like, honestly, what could be depleting our energy even more is trying to get ourselves to like knowing that we need to relax, but we're still trying to stay productive and do things. And so it's like, it's really counterintuitive, because it's like our body's just like, bitch, lay down, and we're just like, no. And so it really is depleting us even more than what we're already depleted. I know that's definitely the case for me. Like, right now, my body's like screaming at me to just like shut up, stop talking, and like lay my ass down already. And I'm just like, no. I need to get this reading done. So that's just something to think about. Really honoring time to rest, okay? Imagining more with the body, and movement. Find new ways to honor your body. Find new ways to honor movement, okay? Maybe ways that you're not usually familiar with. Like, for example, if you're somebody who weight trains a lot, like me, for example, I do heavy weightlifting, and I weight lift 5 times a week. I mean, I haven't in the past 2 weeks because of my foot. But if you're like, if that's what you usually do, why don't you try the opposite? It's like, imagine doing something else that's not so heavy. Imagine doing something that's not so energy depleting. Okay, like maybe get into some restorative yoga as a form of movement.
okay? Get into some mobility exercises and stretches. Get into some Pilates, okay? Get into some, or if all you do is like yoga and slow down stuff, it's like maybe try boxing, a boxing class, or kickboxing, or CrossFit or something. Maybe it'll help boost your energy. I think that whatever it is that you usually do to move your body, maybe you don't usually do shit. So I would say get up and go for a walk outside. If you don't usually do nothing, okay? Go for a walk in the park, okay? If you're somebody who doesn't ever get outside and do movement, I'd say go outside and do a little something, okay? It does not kill you to go out for a nice, gorgeous walk for about 20 to 30 minutes, okay? You need that. I would do that if my foot wasn't like this. So these are just kind of things that I would think about and be mindful of if I were you, is just finding ways to honor your body in ways that are a little bit unconventional for you, that you're maybe not used to. Like, we're not used to sitting down and relaxing all the time. But I would maybe try that. I think you need something that's going to kind of wind you down or pick you back up. You know what I mean? Whispers. This, really, your body knows what it wants. I think really getting into a habit of asking your body, what do you need right now in this moment? Like, if I were to ask my body right now, like, what is it that you really need? Do you know what immediately I got right now was stretching out my hips and laying flat on my back. That's so weird that I just got that. But, like, that's what I need right now. To lay flat on my back and just stretch out my hips. So it's like your body will tell you exactly what it is that it needs. Maybe your body's like, I need like a good jog. I need a run. I need to stretch. I need to go swim. I think really getting in tune with asking your body, what does it really need? I want to go for a walk. Like, your body will answer you, but it doesn't scream. It whispers. So really making sure you're paying close attention and you're tapped in to the feelings of your body to really become in tune and aligned with it, okay? Next, we have mindset, okay? So we have the pituitary gland. I actually don't know what that part is. Then we have competition in reverse. We have introspection in reverse. We have a vision in reverse. Damn, Taurus, what the hell are we going through? Vesica Pisces. Awakening. I'm going to read the description of that first part because I don't know what that is. Pituitary gland. Okay. I just moved my damn blanket and out of the shade, and I'm already in the shade again, and I just feel like I just moved it. Okay. Okay. The pituitary gland is the conductor of our hormones. It supplies all cells with information and is committed to activate the right messenger substances at the right time. It fosters the fire of life through the thyroid gland, regulates our body fluids, and boosts our readiness for sexual activity. In all of this, it follows the driving forces of life by going towards food and recognition and away from hunger and fear. Feel the changes in your body's reactions to your feelings. Look at an issue from your own perspective, from the point of view of those around you, and from a bird's eye view. I love that. Feel the change in your emotions and deep feelings when stressed and relaxed. Okay, I love this because this really reiterates what we're talking about with sleep. Like, there's something that we're repressing. There's something that we're not letting ourselves feel. You know, last week I went live and I talked about the lessons that this is teaching me. Those are all very valid and very true, and I feel like very much learning those lessons on an even deeper level now compared to just a week ago when I first posted those. So that's still very much the same. However, I will admit that, like, I haven't been doing the introspection that's really been required of me in this moment. I really don't think I have. And I think Spirit is asking me to go deeper, and I haven't gone that deep. I've been reading books, I've been learning a lot, but I haven't been going deep within myself. I haven't finished my inner child healing workshop, which I thought I would have just finished already, and I haven't even opened the journal. And, you know, like, I'm kind of distracting myself from feeling these feelings. I don't feel like feeling them. I don't feel like getting in my feels right now. I already feel like I'm, especially with this full moon, oh my god, I already feel so emotional, just in general with how I'm feeling, and with my foot like this, like my foot being like this kind of makes me emotional because I just feel like limited, I feel irritated, like I just been super moody. And the idea of like diving deeper and like going more into my feelings, I'm just like, oh my god, like I'd rather do anything else but like feel more feelings right now. But really what's required of us is like it shows, because we're avoiding this introspection, we're avoiding going in deeper, and we know that we need to do that in order for us to actually feel our best, to really get to the root of the cause, and we're avoiding it. This competition card in reverse, it's kind of like, you know, it's so weird that it came to me. Honestly, I have not been on social media since really I broke my foot. I've only been on Twitter, really. That's the only social media I really scroll on. Everything else, I don't really want any parts of. I don't really care to look at Instagram because I don't like the feeling that Instagram gives you. I don't know what it is. It's like that feeling of comparison, you know what I mean? And I'm at a place in my life right now where I just genuinely want to feel really happy with what it is that I already have. I don't want to go searching for more. I don't want to go feeling like I'm lacking something. Like, I really just want to feel genuinely happy with where I'm at and not feel like I'm comparing myself to somebody else's life and their highlight reel and thinking about all the things they have that I don't. Because really the reality is that I'm learning is that I really live a very rich and abundant life, and I live a very happy life and a very peaceful life, and that's really all I need to feel my best. But when I see everybody else posting this, that, and the third, or all of these things, it makes you just naturally want to compare. And I feel like if you're in this mode where you feel like you're comparing yourself a lot, I would really try to get yourself out of that. I would try to stay away from social media. Really, you know, I love the Hood Healer so much. I listen to her all the time just because she just be spitting some fucking facts. And if you don't follow her, you definitely should. She's really great, and she definitely keeps me accountable, which I love that about her. And one thing that she always says is use the internet and don't let the internet use you. And I can absolutely say that for a long time the internet definitely used me, and up until recently I've become more mindful of like when I notice that the internet is using me and I'm not using the internet. So really I only come on Instagram now when it's for this, when it's to post something or to share something. Other than that, I don't really fucking care to be on here. I really don't. There's really nothing for me here. I want to learn how to be more present, and by doing that, I want to get off social media. I want to stop getting out of this comparison mode, because when you're in comparison mode and think about what everybody else has, you're not really fully present. This is what my foot is teaching me, okay? So if this is resonating for you, then I would really try to stay away from social media, maybe deactivating it, getting rid of it, taking time away from it, limiting your amount of time spent on it, something of that nature, okay? Because really what it's doing is it's distracting us from our vision. We're feeling distracted from the vision. We're avoiding the introspection. We're in this space where we're like, you know, comparing ourselves to everybody else and what they're doing, what they got, and their story and their journey. And it's like, what about our journey? What about our vision? What is it that we really want to do? What is it that we see for ourselves? But when we're avoiding the inner healing work that is required, and the introspection and the plan for the vision, when we're lacking that, we don't really know what the fuck we're doing. Okay, so this is just a reminder to myself that, like, when I get home today, I really need to do some journaling. Or maybe I brought my journal here with me, so like maybe I could do that right now, like doing something, facing some shit that I have kind of been putting on the back burner. Okay, because it's like, really, you can't really know where you're going until you know where you've been. And the only way you're going to know where you've been is through introspection and really reflecting on your journey thus far and how it's caused you to turn into the person that you are now, so you know what to correct or enhance to go further. Okay, now we have Vesica Pisces. Really, the main message I get from this card is like balance and harmony. So just really, by doing these things, it is what's going to bring us into this harmony and balance, so we can really become one with ourselves and with our vision and our goals. Okay, now this is going to bring us to an awakening where we're going to, you know, when you go through deep reflection and introspection, you have so many aha moments about yourself. You start to be like, oh my God, this makes sense. Oh, that's why I am the way I am. Oh, that's why I do that. Oh, now I realize I've been self-sabotaging this whole time. Oh, now I realize that's a defense mechanism. Oh, now I realize I only do that out of fear. Now I realize I only do that out of control. And when you start to have this sense of awareness, now you're at the start of an awakening. And now you know what you need to do in order to transform and transmute this energy and transformation to really become the best version of yourself. Okay, so you fully awaken and turn into the person you were always meant to become. Now for meditation, we have tonsils. See, we got like 3 cards related to the throat. Okay, I definitely feel like throat chakra energy, so doing meditations for the throat chakra for sure, especially if you're dealing with tonsil and thyroid issues. But I also feel a lot of this is solar plexus, like confidence, really working on our confidence to feel like that bitch. Okay, because right now I feel like we're not feeling like that bitch, you know. And so then we got nose, which this is the sacral chakra. Remember I was telling you I needed to stretch out my hips? Well, our hips really get tight when our sacral chakra is off too, and my sacral chakra has honestly been off like my whole entire fucking life. So I'm not even being dramatic. So the orange card is an indication of sacral chakra. So doing things to bring harmony and balance to the sacral chakra. If you're into candle magic, then maybe burning a candle for your sacral chakra, your solar plexus. Doing meditation, sound bowls on YouTube. Every meditation I ever recommend, you can find it on YouTube, okay? Going on YouTube and looking up meditations for chakra healing. Maybe you could do a little Reiki, energy healing. You could do sound bowls, okay? You could do you get the idea, okay? Getting into alignment. Just look up meditations for solar plexus, meditations for sacral chakra, things of that nature. Meditation music, sound bowls for it, all the things, okay? Nurture. Another way we can get into some meditation is learning how to nurture and giving us some self-care. This is actually something I've been actively working on since my foot got like this. I've been taking so much time to really nurture myself. I've been taking longer on my hair. I've been doing more on my skincare. I've been caring for my body and loving on it. I've been taking so many baths, like way more baths than I ever have before. And I'm feeling so much more connected to my temple now more than ever. Like I'm in a space where I'm like really loving on my body, and it feels so nice to be in this space to really just honor it the way that I have been. And I feel like this is what we need to be getting into. We need to be getting into really nurturing
joy, nurturing our temple, really getting into some self-care. This is also a form of meditation, okay? Doing your nails at home, like things like this, like it feels good to make yourself feel good, okay? So this is also a form of meditation. Establishment. You know what I got from this card? Like, I thought of like concentration, like really concentrating on what it is that we're wanting to do, visualizing our dream life, okay? Really getting into some visualizations of what it is that we really see for ourselves, okay? Getting back into the vision is a form of meditation. Laying down and imagining our life, giving ourselves play-by-plays of how we see our life 5 years from now, 7 years from now, 10 years from now, what kind of kids we have, family that we have, are we married, what kind of purpose are we living in, what does our everyday life look like, what kind of car do we drive, what is it that we're doing, how do we spend every single waking moment of the day, is it intentional, is it, like really thinking about the way you'll walk, you'll talk, you'll dress, you'll act, the way you speak, you communicate, your relationships around you, really getting into reflection on what you want those to look like, what they really truly look like in your eyes at the highest level, okay? This is also another form of meditation. This is a spell. So really signs and synchronicities could be very much revealing themselves to you right now. Maybe you see a lot of signs around you. Maybe you have a past loved one that you feel like is communicating with you. Maybe you see a lot of angel numbers. Maybe there's just a lot of coincidences, okay? Or synchronicities happening around you and you're like, wow, like that's crazy. I just saw that and then now I saw that and it's like I heard that thing, like that's crazy. These are all signs and indications, okay? So really paying attention to those signs because they're trying to, Spirit is trying to share something with you, okay? Then you have transformation. Then you have authentic truth. So I would do meditations for like evolving into the new version of yourself, okay? For embracing change, a meditation for speaking your truth, meditation for clarity, meditation for guidance, okay? Throat chakra meditation for authentic truth, okay? Or you could even just do meditation for authentic truth, like it will show up, okay? So things like this to really help you get better connected with yourself and what is it that you really see for your life and your vision. Heavy on the what is your vision and getting in alignment with that, okay? All right, Taurus, that was the April health and healing reading. I hope you loved it. I hope it was what you needed to hear. Make sure you also listen for your other signs. Sun, moon, and rising is really what you should be listening out for. Like this was for my moon sign. So I also have Virgo and Sag to listen to for my sun and rising. So I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed this. And I will see you guys very soon.